All right. Welcome. Gonna get this training going really quickly. Just want to share our disclaimer. By watching this video, you acknowledge and understand and agree to the following, that this is for educational purposes only. The information is general education, right? I am not a financial advisor. Nothing in this video should be considered financial, investment, legal, or tax advice. All investments involve risk. You should do your own due diligence. Results are not guaranteed. If you hear us even mention anything, any type of program, we're not uh, suggesting that you get involved in any programs without doing your due diligence. And if you do, know that results are not guaranteed and they vary. And we have no liability for anything that you decide to do on your own. So let's jump into it. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get into why people asked me to do this video. We had a training the other day and we talked about crypto, the whole ecosystem of crypto. And I want to share with you and just try to break this down for those of you who are new. There's basically three parts of this, right? You have your centralized exchanges. That's where you buy and sell your crypto. And those are the big boys like the Coinbases, Kraken, crypto.com, PayPal, MoonPay. These are places that you can buy crypto. You just use those exchanges. Then what you want to do is move it into your own, what we call decentralized wallet. A decentralized wallet is where you have the keys. They're going to give you 12 words most of the time, 12 to 24 words. It's a decentralized wallet. Examples of decentralized wallets that we use all the time: SafePal, MetaMask, Trust Wallet, Token Pocket, Exodus are examples of decentralized wallets. So you buy the crypto on the centralized exchange. So you buy it, let's say you buy it from Kraken or you buy from MoonPay. You want to move it from that platform, the centralized exchange. And one thing, how you'll know it's a centralized exchange is because they'll ask you to do something called a KYC, know your client, meaning they're going to ask you all your personal information. Most of the time, you're going to need to put your driver's license or your passport information on a centralized exchange. But you take it from that centralized exchange and you take that crypto, move it to your decentralized wallet, okay? And that's where decentralized wallets, you don't have to give them anything. You have autonomy there. They don't know that it's your wallet unless you give somebody that information, which you should never give anybody your information. Don't buy crypto through your decentralized wallet. You want to get in the decentralized wallets, like I was saying, they're going to give you 12 words. Those are called seed phrases or recovery phrases. You want to store that, and we're going to talk about a system for storage of that. You don't want to take pictures of it. You don't want to put it in anywhere electronic that somebody's cloud by taking pictures, or you don't want to text it to anyone. You want to keep that private to yourself. So you're going to write that down. The next part of crypto is what people want to know is, how do I on and off ramp crypto? And there's certain ways that you can do that. You can off ramp your crypto, meaning how do you use this crypto? Once you bought it, maybe it's gone up in value, you've made a little, and you're ready to use it. There's certain things that you can do. What we talked about the other day with the group that I was talking about, there's a club called the ZAB Club. It's a private club. They have a debit card, a crypto debit card, and many other companies as well. I like to use Spritz Finance to off ramp, and I'll show you guys how to do that as well in this training. Or I'll actually do another video. You can see me off ramp using Spritz, and that means you can off ramp it to your bank, or you can off ramp it to a debit card that you can use. And Spritz also has a debit card that you can put crypto on and use it. And that's the same thing that ZAB Club, on the XAB Club, they have a crypto debit card. So you can use that in the store to spend your crypto. Because that's what people want to know. How do I spend crypto? If I buy it, I hold it, or I make some money with it, I make crypto with it. How do I off ramp it, right? And then you can also always take it back to your centralized exchange, which is mostly connected to your bank. So you can take it back to your centralized exchange and you sell it, and then you can take that cash and move it back into your bank card. And then most of them also offer debit cards like Coinbase. I have a debit card with Coinbase. Crypto.com has a debit card as well where you can put crypto on it and spend crypto. So a lot of times, crypto is becoming very, very mainstream now. So people don't even know that you're using crypto. You just take the debit card, which is usually a Visa or MasterCard, and you just pay stuff for it with your crypto. And that's what's exciting about that. And crypto you can send to people within seconds. So if you have a child that's in school away and you want to say, okay, I'm going to give you this crypto debit card, and when I want to send you some money, instead of having to do wire transfer or Zelle or whatever, and you want to limit how much they can spend, you can always use crypto and they can get it instantly. They want a pizza, you can send them some crypto or whatever. They're up at night studying, so you can do that and it's instant. You don't have to run anywhere to go and wait for a bank to open up to, deposit money in their account or anything like that. And that's what's great about it. It's all within seconds. Okay, so the goal should be that every person has at least one exchange, one or two ways, centralized exchange ways to buy crypto. I would say at least two ways. So let's say you know MoonPay or you have PayPal, you can buy crypto on PayPal now as well, Cash App as well. You have one of those, and then you also have, let's say, Coinbase, or you also have a crypto.com. And I want to warn you about using some of these, because these big boys, we call them the big boys, these centralized exchanges, when you sign up with them, you're acknowledging that they have control of your assets. So they can stop you from sending, just like the other day, Coinbase said, oh, I'm going to protect you. You can't send this crypto out until June or July 20th. Well, what if you need to send it right away? So be careful leaving crypto on those exchanges. Once you buy it, that's why we tell you, move it to your decentralized wallet as quickly as you can. But some of the times you can't avoid it. That's how they have. But if you need it quickly, I would use like Cash App or MoonPay or Topper Pay, because once you buy it there, you can move it right away. It's a little bit more expensive, but hey, you have control over it. So the goal is that you would have at least two different exchanges. I know it says one here, but one way that you can buy crypto, have two decentralized wallets. So two different wallets that you have the private keys to, and at least one way to off-ramp it. I really believe that you should have multiple of each of these so that you can do all of that, have all of that sorted out. So let me talk to you about what's the best way. So the best way to do this is you buy your crypto on a centralized exchange, right? You buy the crypto first with fiat, which is your US dollars or your Canadian dollars or Australian dollars or pesos or whatever you have. You buy it through one of these centralized exchanges. And then you take it, like I said, to your decentralized wallet, and then you put it into and with that, in your decentralized wallet, remember I told you you're going to get 12 secret words or recovery phrases. Never share them, never screenshot them, never show them on Zoom. Just write them down and store them. And I'm going to talk to you about a system for storage in just a second of what you need to store. So these are examples of that. Then you take it to a program. I know many of you are in different programs, and I just named a few of them here. I'm not pushing any one of these. I'm just letting you know. You don't ever want to go straight from your centralized exchange right into a program, because again, there's terms that you assign to, you set up when you told these people here on the centralized exchanges that it says they have a clause in there that says, if we find that you're sending it to a program that's risky, we can close your account altogether. And this is about developing a relationship with these centralized exchanges so that you'll be able to buy more and more crypto as you develop that relationship. So you don't want to break that by sending to any type of program or platform, especially if you don't own those programs or platforms. You never know when they're going to go away. So just go ahead and send it to your decentralized wallet, and so that you have control over that. And then one other step I want to talk to you guys about, which I didn't have on the slide, is that you take it from your decentralized wallet and put it into the program. Now, once you make money in any of these kind of programs, and I just named a few, I know these are popular right now, so I just named a few that are popular right now, or any program that you're putting it into, maybe you're doing a trading program and you need crypto. When you make the money, send it back through your decentralized wallet. Then if you want to off-ramp it through the centralized exchanges, do it that way from your decentralized wallet, okay? Just making sure that you do it this way. You don't want to go straight into any programs and you don't want to go straight out to a decentralized wallet. Now, there's one other piece I didn't talk to you guys about. It's something called a cold storage wallet. Cold storage wallet is very similar to a decentralized wallet, except for it's not attached to the internet. It's not always plugged into an internet, where these are like internet or online wallets or apps that you download. And so they have not a big probability, but a probability that someone could hack into that system. But when you have it in what is called a cold storage wallet, like Tangem, I have one through SafePal, there's Ledger, there's a ton of different cold storage wallets, meaning you put your crypto in there and it's not attached to any online hot. And so that's another level of security, okay? So that's just something I wanted to mention here. Next thing I want to talk to you guys about is how do you keep your secret words and what should you have? I really believe that this is how you should maintain your crypto estate plan. It's very, very simple. You don't want to just only write down your 12 words and think that if something were to happen to you, that your family members would understand that. Most of them have no clue about anything crypto, and you may have amassed a good amount of wealth inside of these programs. So I would say that you want to have the name of the program, their website, your username and password. What wallet do you have attached to that program? The wallet address, meaning you want to put the first four and the last four of that wallet address. So you have that. And what are the 12 words associated with that wallet? And any emails that you have, and then any type of notes. And then here's the one thing that most people don't do. Next to that particular program, let's say, let me go back here. I think and just pick one of these programs we saw. Let's say that you're in, what is one of these programs? One Trade. Okay, let's say it's in One Trade. So One Trade, you write down your username, your password, what wallet you're sending money to out of One Trade. Then the most important thing that you want to do is you want to write down the name and phone number of a person that could help your family member get into and understand how to pull your money out of One Trade should something happen to you. So that could be your sponsor, that can be a person cross-line to you, or just someone that you know that's in that particular program or would understand what does your family member do with these 12 words. This here is the most important thing, and I think most people miss that. Okay. And when I say a notebook, guys, I mean a physical notebook. Go to the dollar store and get a notebook and write on there my crypto notebook, and you write all of these things and you organize them by program, by wallet. Okay. And keep the wallet information there. You make one copy of this crypto notebook and you keep that at home, and you let your family member know, hey, if something were to happen to me, open up this notebook and there's so-and-so's name, call them and they will help you get the money out of this program or out of this wallet. You want to take a second copy and put it into a safe deposit box at the bank, because God forbid something happens in your home. We've had people, their home is caught on fire, or they move and they forget what they put, like they just threw all this stuff together, but they had a copy in their safe deposit box. And then the third one is take a third copy of this and give it to a family, a friend, a trusted relative that does not live with you, and tell them, don't open this unless something happens to me, and let them know that they are to give it to whoever you did this. And you want to treat this just like you would your insurance papers, right? Most of you have a binder with important insurance papers. Something happens to you, your family member can open up that binder. They can look and get the insurance paper. You want to keep a section that says, this is my crypto assets, and this is where and how to use that. Most important is to have a contact for that particular program or wallet so that your family member can call that person. Most important. Okay. Now, how do you spend? I want to break down when I talked about off-ramping. One of the things that I talked to with this particular group was using something called the XAB debit card. It's a one step. You just load crypto onto that card and you just take that card and spend it. Now, there is a cost for that. It's anywhere from like 99 to 199. And so if you don't have that, I found a little bit of a workaround using Spritz. Spritz is like it's an app that you can use so you can off-ramp crypto. And so what you do is you take your crypto, you sign up for Spritz. There is a little KYC there. And then you're going to add your debit cards. It can be your bank debit card, or it can be, I found one from Walmart called One Pay debit card. It could be your Cash App debit card. And then when you take the crypto through Spritz and do off-ramping, it'll immediately show up on that debit card. And I did an example of this using that One Pay debit card. And then you just take that debit card and you load it. I mean, you just spend it. Go to the store and you spend it just like you would spend cash. So these are a couple of options that you can use. And I'll put a Spritz link down in the description of this, because they do have a little small referral thing where if you sign up, I think you get like $10 or something in fees. This is like $2 to load each time. So that's it. You can just figure out which option works best for you. Also, if you want to get one of the XAB cards, let me know. We'll get you to do that. You do need to have at least 10 XRP in this private club that they issue this card with, but that's just like $10 or $11 right now. XAB is about $1.11 right now. So that only is a few bucks to be a part of the club, and then you can buy your card from them. I suggest that you be able to do both, right? You want to have more than one options and ways to spend your crypto as you start making crypto. I did put a video in our Telegram room for those that are part of the Telegram room, talking about how the U.S. government right now is aligning with crypto companies with the tether companies, the companies that have stable coins, I should say. And so you're going to just see the more and more uses, and more governments are turning to crypto currency. So this is best that you start learning now how to use your crypto. And with that, I also say I call it Crypto University, which is YouTube University. You can use it as your crypto university. Just spend 15 to 30 minutes a week learning different things in crypto. Start off by learning about the different wallets that are out there. Learn about security, about your seed phrases, how to buy crypto on different exchanges. Learn about what is called gas fees, blockchain basics, and just learn about how to avoid scams out there, because there's a lot of companies that do also try to use crypto as a way, because it is not heavily regulated. They use crypto as a way to say, oh, you can make all of this money. And we fell victim to it, a few times as well, because it looks so great. Oh, you're going to make X number of percent a day and you can compound and it's going to be this, that, and the other. Well, most of the time, some of those companies are scams, right? We call them rug pulls. So you want to learn how to avoid those type of opportunities. And there's videos out there teaching you that. So do your due diligence, spend 15 to 30 minutes a week learning about this powerful thing called cryptocurrency, and start just like you would. And the great thing about crypto is you don't have to have millions and millions of dollars. I mean, a lot of times, if you wanted to get into, Tesla stock or these, you have to have hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy those stocks outright, right? Where here you can start getting a piece of a Bitcoin for whatever you have. It could be $1, $2. There's a study of a guy that just spent $1 a day buying Bitcoin every single day for I think over 3 or 4 years. His portfolio is in the hundreds of thousands of dollars now, and he was only spending $1 a day every day. So that's the kind of things that you can do as crypto, because it is an asset that does increase and decrease in value. It fluctuates. Okay. So I just wanted to share this with you. People asked me to make a video about the security and what we talked about in our training the other day. So just wanted to do that. Hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please like and share this video. Thank you very much. Have a great, great day.